Today we're talking about the ready position, and I know everyone out there is like, I know what a ready position looks like. I know what I should be doing. The ready position is so much more than being prepared for the incoming ball. It's also setting up the joint position on both your forehand and the backhand. What I'm going to talk about is the semi-western grip and the one-handed backhand, how your ready position should differentiate from that of a two-handed backhand. So on the one-handed backhand, if you have a one-handed backhand, we want to start with our hand open and clasp up around the throat. And now with the semi-western grip, what's going to happen, or any western grip, you're going to notice in my ready position, the strings are offset and towards the ground. We don't want to start here because I want to centralize my forehand. I want to make sure that the first move, the easiest move, is getting me out to the forehand. If your hand is up on the throat, it's going to get you in a joint position where we talk about the two L's, and my left hand will create this joint position. Now you can see if my hand collapses, the space between my elbows and body becomes a whole lot less, and therefore I'm gonna get jammed up. Same holds true with the backhand. If I'm taking it back on the one-handed backhand, I want my hand up on the throat. You can see I'm using my index finger here, pointed up, and keeping this elbow out and away. All right, so don't allow, if you have a one-hander, you don't want your ready position to be down here on the grip.
All right, guys, so Nate talked to us about the ready position when you've got a one-handed backhand. I'm gonna dive in a little bit here and talk about when you've got a two-hander. And the bottom line is when you've got a two-handed backhand, your ready position really should always be whatever grip you use when you hit your forehand, whether it's a semi-western or an eastern. Your forehand grip is always going to be on the bottom of your ready position, and the top hand is always going to be the top hand of your two-handed backhand. So again, we're not here to talk about correct grips today or make an argument for semi-western versus eastern. The concept is going to be the same. Whatever grip you use to hit your forehand, that's what's on bottom. Whatever grip you use to hit your two-hander is going to be on top. Now, if you're at a higher level of play, you may notice on tour a lot of players still have this top hand up on the throat of the racket. If you're a lower level player and you're struggling or you feel like you're fumbling to get from here to your backhand grip, the advice we would give is to just start here where your hands are actually touching. So I've got the top hand, which is going to be my two-handed backhand grip on top. I've got my forehand grip on bottom. If a forehand comes, I can let go, creating that same elbow and joint position Nate talked about, getting that rotation. Whereas if I get a backhand, my bottom hand will naturally shift as I pull that racket back, and I've already got the top hand of my two-handed backhand, which we all know is what should be doing all of the swinging. So guys, ready position, extremely important. In summary, if you've got a one-hander, remember that non-dominant hand's gotta be up on the throat, being ready to guide that forehand back or to turn that bottom hand on your one-handed backhand. For the two-handers, depending on your skill level, it's gonna slide up and down the racket, but you wanna be in the position that your top hand on the two-hander will be so that you're ready to rotate and hit that two-handed backhand. We'll see you guys in the next video.